Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about something very important. And that is the demonic and sadistic nature of the narcissist. And as I've mentioned time and time again, the narcissist has the same types of feelings as the psychopath. Meaning the desire to actually delete people and relish the fact while it's happening. But the narcissist is less impulsive about this feeling, unlike the psychopath. That is until they lose the ability to control these impulses and they act out like Nia Ayers. This gem of an individual behind me. And I will leave a link to the news story regarding the evil things she did to a disabled nonverbal patient that is 18 years old. You see, I believe these narcissists and other toxic people have the same exact thoughts. But just more of an ability to at times check these thoughts and don't let them turn into actions. For a fear of getting into trouble. But please know. These thoughts of the narcissist wanting to end the life of another never goes away. And when they have a new victim in their sights, they are not only thinking about how they can get narcissistic supply from this person, or how they can trick them into giving all of their money to them. Because most people think this is all the narcissist thinks about. Supply and gain. Supply and gain. But they too think about sadistically ending people's lives. That's why they will do things like stress out their victims until they become sick and so-called pass away from natural causes. But the narcissist knows the truth and they relish and they think about on every stressful moment they put their victim through. And they feel smart and above it all. Because they were never held responsible. But then you have some that just can't shake their sadistic side and they can't shake their impulses. And the reason why is, I believe, with each so-called success of the narcissist. Meaning they've ruined how someone is seen at the workplace. Maybe they falsely accused someone of something and it stuck like glue and they walked away with a smile on their face. Or they got someone to give all of their money to them. And the legal system sided with the narcissist. What this does, I believe, creates a false sense of power in the narcissist's mind. They think they can just explain everything away. Because that's what they've been doing since they were children. They set someone else up to take the fall. And no matter if it's really believed or not, all they know is they were able to skate scot-free each and every time. And then that's when they become very dangerous, in my opinion. Because they lose that ability to say, wait a minute. This could lead to a lot of trouble here. I might not be able to explain this one away. Well, Nia Ayers, who was a nurse since 2021. That's right. Her job was taking care of people. You just can't make this stuff up. Well, she was working as a home health care provider. And was taking care of a client's 18-year-old daughter who is wheelchair-bound. She has cerebral palsy and is nonverbal. Well, the mother of this young 18-year-old disabled girl somehow got video of Nia Ayers harming her daughter. Shaking her breathing machine so much it made her nose bleed. Putting tape across her mouth and ripping it off over and over again. And then, here's the big one. Putting a rag over her mouth for 10 seconds. Then putting it back over her mouth for another 7 seconds. Look. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see. Nia Ayers was practicing and playing with the idea of ending this teen girl's life. And who knows who else she has done this to, as she's been a nurse since 2021. Now maybe it hasn't escalated to this extent with others. Because maybe there were too many people around her. Who knows? Because there have been time after time where nurses have been busted for giving medication to patients they didn't need. All to end their life. There was a story we talked about a long time ago, where a nurse gave insulin to nearly all of her patients. And like 30 innocent people lost their lives. Because ending the lives of someone is their form of supply. And this is why you have to be careful. I think the myth that these people usually don't delete people, that they just want power and money, has been busted a long time ago. Yes. They want to mistreat you to gain narcissistic supply from such interactions. And yes, if they can rip you off financially, they will do so. But they also want to end your life. And just like Satan and his demons, narcissists come to steal, kill, and destroy. They literally ruin every single thing and every single one they are involved with. They steal people's wealth and they also steal people's health. And there is news story after news story after news story, where they prove to us over and over again. They steal people's lives. I'm pretty sure Nia Ayers went through life getting her way with everything, blaming everyone. And again, this might be a hard pill to swallow. But though female narcissists and male narcissists carry the same evil inside of them, we still live in a world where females are seen as a victim first and an evildoer last. And it's that type of thinking and societal biases that oftentimes allows narcissists like Nia Ayers to skate by and get such a big head about what she can get away with. Because how much you wanna bet she has done some horrible stuff to some decent people her entire life? And no one raised an eyebrow. Why? Because we live in a society that says she can't be wrong. And I think that is the worst thing for real female victims. You see, they want all of us mashed up with these evil demons. And they want us to not have a way to get away from them. The mother of this young teen girl, she was hiring someone that she put her trust in. And in the end her daughter could have lost her life. And this is the narcissistic system. Just like the home of origin you grew up in. They want you to be dependent on it and in no way, shape or form independent. Because when you are dependent, you end up with demons like this in your life. They are everywhere. They are your bosses at work, your teachers in school, and nurses that are there to so-called help you become healthier. Now, are there good or decent people in such professions? Yes. But those that ruin this society want it so hard for you to be able to tell who is who. Also, you can fall prey to one of these demons and all of the goodness you have inside of you is cut short. These stories are now commonplace. Why? Because demons are real. Well, that's all I have for today. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and even share if you can. This channel is shadow banned and hasn't grown an inch in almost 5 years. Because those that run our narcissistic society don't want you to have the ability to wake up and see narcissism for what it really is. So I do appreciate your support. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.